Hey guys, John V here with Phone Arena, and this is a quick hands-on look at the LG V35 ThinQ. When the V30 was launched last fall, it was one of the most promising smartphones that the company released. It was also highly regarded as one of the most versatile video cameras around in a smartphone. So while it's not a direct successor, the LG V35 ThinQ brings forth enhancements to give it a more well-rounded package. Really, there's no difference in design here that we haven't seen before with the V30. From its metal meets glass construction, the curvy edges, the water-resistant IP68 certification, and the headphone jack, everything is the same as before. It's now available in this new Aurora Black paint job, but the platinum gray color that we saw with the V30 last year is also available here with the V35. Looking at the display here, it's largely unchanged from its sibling. It still has a 6-inch 2880 by 1440 full vision HDR OLED display, and it doesn't fail to impress with its rich details, those exquisite colors, superb wide viewing angles, and its near bezel-less looks. And unlike the new LG G7 ThinQ, the V35 ThinQ doesn't have a notch. As far as the software is concerned, there's nothing out of the ordinary here with LG's custom skin running on top of Android 8.0 Oreo. The layout and the native apps all appear unchanged from what we saw already with the V30, but since this is an AT&T issued version, it does come with some bloatware. One of the phone's notable changes is related to its processor, which makes a jump to Qualcomm's Snapdragon 845 chip coupled with an even more generous 6GB of RAM. That's a bump over the V30's Snapdragon 835 and 4GB of RAM. Naturally, the phone exhibits the fluid finesse you'd expect in any high-end smartphone. Recording video is one of the strengths of the V30, but LG tweaks the cameras here with the V35 to include a few new tricks that its sibling lacks. Now, the V35 ThinQ is accompanied with dual 16-megapixel cameras, one standard, the other being the wide-angle one. In terms of features, it's packing the same tools and modes that made the V30 so powerful. From its true manual video controls to those various cine effects, there's a ton available here for content creators. Expanding its functionality, the V35 ThinQ's cameras now support portrait mode, both with the front and rear cameras, which was something that the V30 lacked. Additionally, the same AI camera feature seen in other ThinQ devices makes its presence here as well, as the AI-powered cameras can detect scenes and produce the best results. There's no change with the battery here, it still sizes up at a capacity of 3300 mAh. Then again, we're crossing our fingers that the optimizations with the software and the newer Snapdragon 845 will propel it to offer better longevity than the V30. And on top of that, you still have the same wireless charging. Based on what we find new and different here with the V35 ThinQ, it's no wonder that it's not classified as a direct successor to the V30. There are certainly many similarities between the two, but there's still enough changes to warrant a new model name. With the addition of the newer Snapdragon 845 chip, more RAM, and newer cameras, the V35 improves upon what LG has done previously with the V30. At the same time though, the G7 ThinQ is another similarly spec'd smartphone with all the same video recording assets that we get with LG's V-Line. The toughest thing to swallow about the V35 ThinQ is its price, which at $900 outright, even through AT&T, is a tough sell considering that the G7 ThinQ is selling for less. Indeed, it's a pricey investment, which for a slightly tweaked phone will make it a difficult sell to convince consumers to pick it up over the G7 ThinQ. And that is it for a quick hands-on look here with the LG V35 ThinQ. If you guys want to learn more about it, you can check out our website, phonearena.com. This is John V, signing off.